from inside his own 5. And a really nice job. Make sure they limit that return. So the Cal Golden Bears offense is on the field for the first time today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Golden Bears have this offense rolling. Single back formation, and they give it to him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Golden Bears with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Baker. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Leaves it with the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Got his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Completion. Wants to throw on first down. He makes the grab. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incomplete.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Bears. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UCLA's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Off play action. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
The Bruins will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. To the air, it's Baker. Caught over the middle, it's James.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God with this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love down wants to throw. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Bruins want to move quickly. On the move, it's Cox. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Bruins send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Play of the period, first down here. Looking for a man, it's Baker. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. They come into the season, #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in and contribute day one. Palmer, there's a lot of young, exciting faces.
Yeah, they don't look like freshmen either. I mean, these guys look like grown men. And remember, in recruiting, a lot of these kids were promised to get on the field very, very early. For this team to have the success they're hoping to have, absolutely these freshmen have got to go.
And the Golden Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to run it. Sweet cut there. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got to fresh set it down.
Relentless, tough running. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cal. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing. Take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Bruins have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Flores. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He'll keep it himself. Finding an escape route. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Catch in the middle, it's Wilkins. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Golden Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Robinson. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Turner. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Makes the catch. It's Turner.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Golden Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He caught it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snap in the shotgun. Touchdown, Golden Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Westbrook. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bruin.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC would be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Scanning the field, it's Baker. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important. And the Golden Bears will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Golden Bears will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
From the gun on third down. Complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Bruins are flying down the field.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And
it's a stride inside the 10. Touchdown, UCLA. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The run from the shotgun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Pulls it in. It's James. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Golden Bears are facing third and inches. Got it in the middle. It's Wilkins. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Dropping back, it's Baker. Right on the money. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running, has completely changed the way people play defense.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. They go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Buys a little extra time. Touchdown, Cal! They take the lead with the 6.
Man, and these hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Nice move to keep running. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires downfield. And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got a man. It's Sims. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances.
There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Give to the running back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give out of the gun. And into the end zone. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback on the keeper. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Power ahead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Under fire. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And I tell you what, he drops back to pass, nothing really open, tries to scramble, but now because he got a little bit more yards, is this maybe decision time on 4th and goal, down by more than a field goal? This might be time to go for it.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He'll do it himself. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Fakes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get...
There he goes! And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Illegal block.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw it again. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets him to the 49-yard line. And the Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
It's complete on the right side. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that.
Touchdown, Golden Bears! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs.
Gets away from one. He's got space. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Cox. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. Unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the ground, it's Robinson. Across the 25, he's got room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up. Touchdown, Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Heaves it on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Setting up the screen. Jukes his way for more. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. The screen, he can go. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. On target to the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
And the Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The old coaching cliche, go play or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.